Yes, yes, yes. It's the Raphael Dawkins with the Combat Radio. And it is Boxing Talk with Rafi. What's going on there? Stop that. Oops. Damn. What the hell's going on with my butler? Damn. Okay. So, we are live with Boxing Talk with Rafi 182. And Heinrich is the type of guy, Heinrich Schmitz, who would sit next to you on an empty bus. OMG. OMG. Okay, so what we're talking about today, we've got a lot of things to talk about. Well, you know, we're not here for a long time. We're here for a good time. But first things first. Guy, Heinrich Schmitz. We're sitting next to you on an empty bus. OMG. We're not here for a long time. We're here for a good time. Okay, so what we're talking about today is Nathan Gorman, England's Andy Ruiz. And Fury, Wilder 3. Is it cancelled? What's going on? Has it expired? Some people are saying the contract has expired. And Wilder couldn't get a sniff in, even if he wanted to. They've left it too late. That's the allegation. So we're going to be looking at that, and a little bit more. But remember, we're not here for a long time. We're here for a good time. Okay. So first things first, before I get into the comment section, let me just go ahead and share this. Hold on. There's a couple of things I need to share. Okay, hold on. Let me copy that and share it over in the secret society. Okay, let's hold on. Whose forum is this? Boom. Have that. Have it. Where else are you gonna put this? What's that all about? I don't know. Some foolish madness. Okay, we won't go there. Let's go over here. Should I post it there? I don't know. I might be a little bit cheeky. Where are we? Where else am I going to post this? Yeah, why not post it there? Boom. It's in. Okay. My own little place, my own little corner of the kingdom. Let's post it there. Okay, so we've done all of that sharing backstage. And now let me share the link in here. Boom. Boom. Is it in? Where is it? There it is. There it is. Okay. So, second thing on the agenda, before we get into it, before we get tucked into this. What's the second thing? Where is it? Where's the second thing? Where is it? 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 Okay, I know what I'm going to do. I know exactly what I'm going to do. Where are we? What does that say? Okay, well, so since we're talking about Fury and Wilder, since we will be talking about Fury and Wilder in a little bit, why don't we warm in with a quick little warming video, let people know that the thing has begun. So do a little quick warming video, and yeah, then we'll get into the chat and get into the whole thing. So, where are we? Let me share this. Okay, and kill the music and start this thing. a mural on his gym, Deontay Wilder humiliates. And today, Tyson Fury humiliates Deontay Wilder with a mural on his gym wall. Okay, let's have a listen. Let's have a look.
This is the right hand that changed the world. This is the right hand that shook the world. Right there, baby. Get right up close to the pillow. Yeah. Just check there's nothing in them gloves for this. I don't feel nothing. But the autopsy has said that there was a metal object in the gloves. That's what I heard. So, this is the right hand that changed the world.
OMG. OMG. So, that's the mural on Tyson Fury's new wall. Not new wall, new gym. New wall in the new gym. And as you see there, Tyson Fury with the loose glove, with the horseshoe in it, with the metal object seen here, smushing the face of Bronze Bomber Wilder. And that's Tyson Fury's new gym. But onto more serious matters. As you see there, Sugar Hill Stewart is in the UK. And no doubt, one would have to imagine that he's here to supervise for Tyson Fury's third fight, trilogy fight, with Deontay, the Bronze Bomber Wilder. Okay, so there's lots of bits of information that I gotta get through. Okay, so Tyson Fury's trilogy fight is set for December the 19th, according to Bob Arum in this article from Talk Sports. Okay, Tyson Fury's trilogy fight with Deontay Wilder is making progress to take place on December 19th. It looks like it's going to be at the Allegiant Stadium in Las Vegas. Good spot. Better spot than the first fight in the Staples Center, which wasn't really close to the kind of amenities that you will find in Las Vegas. Okay, so it's got a 65,000 capacity, and I think that how they would work that is that I don't think they're expecting anywhere near 65,000 or even half that. Remember, we're in a pandemic era, so I would imagine this is an idea. Looks like they got a roof, an idea born out of the notion that you will be able to have suitable spacing for people, for the crowd. So it's probably 2 seats. Everybody be sitting 2 seats apart, maybe 3 seats apart, maybe 4 seats apart. Nobody immediately behind or immediately in front of anyone. So I think this is all about spacing. If you got 10,000 people in there, yeah, maybe you could hold 10,000 people with 4 seats in between. Nobody sitting directly in front or behind anyone. Maybe that could happen. Maybe that could work. But then you got to get people in. I don't know. It's crazy because then you're going to have 2 meter spacing for everyone coming in, everyone wearing a mask. Something like that. I think that's the idea. Yeah, I think that's what's up. Okay, what do we have here? Okay, so this is a slightly confusing element in the story. You'd have thought Emmanuel Stewart is here. If the date's December the 19th, and we're now at September the 14th or 15th, or is it the 15th, the 16th? You'd have thought that Sugar Hill Stewart would be here for the duration, for the 3-month training camp, which would take him right up to the fight. But according to this statement, Stewart says, "I'm here in the UK to check out Tyson Fury's beautiful new gym. You will be amazed at the way it is set up." Whereas in this article, the article alludes to Sugar Hill being here to supervise as they prepare to face Wilder once more for the trilogy. So what is he here? for a visit, or is he here for the duration? That's the question that comes to mind. Very, very interesting. What say you? It's the Raphael Dawkins. It's the Combat Radio. It's the like. It's the subscribe. It's the comments. It's the shares. And it is the hitting that bell icon to stay updated with news and notifications. And don't forget about the live shows. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter. It's the Raphael Dawkins. It's the Combat Radio. And I'm out.
It's the right hand that changed the world. This is the right hand that shook the world. Right there, baby.
Okay. Let's
just check there's nothing in them gloves.
Boom. That was the mistake. I've spotted the mistake. I've spotted the dreaded mistake. Damn. I wasn't showing it. I wasn't showing the damn thing. And in comes Big Boys Boxing. Big Boys Boxing. How you doing?
Not too bad, bro. And yourself?
I'm pretty good. But for the fact that I wasn't showing the video, but I guess it takes people back to the days of the good old fashioned radio.
We could see half of it.
Well, could you see any of it?
Yeah, we could see one side of it. I think everybody's seen it anyway.
OMG. Well, okay, we call that a little trailer. Call that the trailer. If you're sufficiently interested to watch the video, you can actually go and watch the video. OMG, it's just one of those things anyway. Big Boys Boxing. Let's take a second to acknowledge. Let's take a second to acknowledge the chat. Okay, damn, the thing is on heat. Let me drop another link in there just in case as we lead into this thing. Was that the link? Yeah, I think that's the link. Okay, so who we got in here in reverse order? We got the Philip Carr Roberts. We got the James Jameson, the Red Gloved Militant. Who else we got? Actual Facts Boxing Talk. A Santos is up in the building. Of course, the Heinrich Schmitz from somewhere over there in Germany, allegedly. Okay, so where we're going to start with this shiznick. So what's going on with the Nathan Gorman? Did you see the fight, Big Boys Boxing? Did you see the fight?
Yeah, I did a commentary stream on it like you did, mate.
Yeah. And what were share your thoughts and observations?
Well, I thought we might see a bit more action, but Nathan was being pretty careful, I thought, almost a Vladimir Klitschko style. I would have liked to have seen a few more uppercuts from him with Latte lunging in how he was. I think they could have been a bit more effective. But I think he was mainly concentrating on avoiding that big wide overhand right from Latte that kept coming. But I think it was like a workman-like performance, and he got the win. He needed it after his devastating loss to Daniel Dubois. He was too heavy. He could have done better if he wasn't as heavy, but apparently he'd lost something like 20 or 30 kilos prior to the fight, so he must have been a full-on marshmallow before that.
Wow.
But yeah, moving on, seeing where he goes with his next opponent will tell us a lot, and how committed he's going to be to the sport, because he shouldn't be that big. No way.
And that is my concern. That's my concern when it comes to the Nathan Gorman. Hold on, let me just adjust this thing a little bit. Okay. It looks like I'm in the shadows. I am in the shadows, I guess. Okay, so that's my concern when it comes to the Nathan Gorman. He came in way heavy. And what disturbs me is that there was allegedly some talk from his trainers talking about, well, we wanted him to come in heavy because we think that he performs better heavy. But from what I saw, he looked slow. He looked somewhat cumbersome. Weren't really seeing too many combinations from him. he was content to work behind the one jab. Every now and then we might get a 1-2, but I really don't think the weight suited him whatsoever. I think the weight hindered him. Big boys boxing.
Yeah, definitely hindered him. I was surprised that he didn't seem to gas out being so heavy. But one thing I will say, the jab that he was using did look good. And even one time he stunned Latte with a double jab and sent him back to the corner. So there is something good behind that jab, but needs more to go with it. Needs to follow up with right hands or even a left hook or some uppercuts, like I was saying, with a guy who keeps lunging in like that, having their head down, you got to throw those uppercuts. He could have got him out of there. And a guy like Richard Latte, if he wants to be a world level fighter, he's got to get guys like him out of there.
Yeah, absolutely. I think I was expecting something like a six round KO, one way or the other. I thought Nathan Gorman would get it, but instead, what I saw was a very lackluster fight. I was not enthused. I was not overjoyed. It left me flat. Big boys boxing left me flat.
Yeah, well, I think even through the commentary stream I did, I was saying this is boring. This is dumb. This is not what I expected. So, not a thrilling fight to watch. But I guess we got to give Nathan some credit for coming back from a loss. Apparently, he was on the edge of throwing in boxing after his loss to Daniel Dubois. So, coming from that point of view, I guess it was an okay performance from his point of view.
What was he saying? He's saying he was going to quit boxing?
Well, he was saying he turned off his phone for 2 weeks, didn't talk to anybody about boxing, didn't do any training or anything, and then was thinking about whether he should get back in the ring or not. And after a couple of weeks, he decided, yeah, I will get back in the ring. And we got what we got on the weekend. So.
Yeah. So, it begs the question. Is Nathan Gorman going to be one of those Nathan Family Pie Gorman? Is Nathan Gorman going to be one of those guys who just don't have the discipline to in one area or another? We see fighters fall by the wayside because they sometimes lack discipline in a particular area. With Broner, it might be night clubbing. Well, with Broner, it's a lot of different things. Who else? Who can I pick?
Spence drinking.
Say again.
Spence with his drinking.
Kovalev with his woman beating.
Tacos.
Ruiz with his Mexican food delicacies. Is Nathan Gorman going to be one of those guys who falls by the wayside or doesn't achieve his potential because he lacks discipline in a certain area? And I don't think I need to name the area.
Well, how old is he? Actually, off the top of my head, I can't remember.
He's not much older than Dubois. Well, I better look it up. I shouldn't say that.
I'll look it up.
I shouldn't say that. Okay. But yeah, as I was saying, I fear that Nathan Gorman is going to be one of those guys who falls by the wayside because they lack discipline in a particular area. And with Nathan Gorman, it's around the dinner table. We've seen fighters have problems when they have problems around the dinner table, when they do the Oliver, holding out their plate. Can I have some more? It's most unfortunate. Big Boys Boxing, did you find the data?
Yeah, he's 24 years old at the moment, so he's got time, but I think he needs to make that decision If he's going to be fully committed, he's going to have to get on top of whatever is making him large, and get fully committed to it. I mean, he's got some potential to be a pretty decent world level fighter. I don't think he's got the stuff to be a world champion. You know, things happen. He could time something right and get a shot at a vacant belt somewhere if he makes some good progress. But and the way things are right now, I can't see him challenging the big guys at present unless he makes that decision and gets right into it, trains properly, eats well, and works on some of his technique. But most of it isn't too bad when he puts mind to it.
Yeah. I mean, technically, you know, he was training with Team GB for many years. And as you may recall, he said he used to get the better of Daniel Dubois. Daniel Dubois says he doesn't remember it like that. But yeah, so he's seasoned. He was seasoned in the amateurs, and technically, he's a neat boxer. You guys timing. He timed the jabs. He knew what he wanted to do. He's got a nice jab. But it's going to come down to, I mean, see, I take the opposite view. He's 24 now. If he's not full of gusto now, when is he going to be full of gusto? That's my question. If he's not ready to hit the road, if he's not hitting the road, doing his road work now, when is he going to have the impetus to do his road work? Do you see what I'm saying, Big Boys Boxing? When you're young and fresh, at his age, at his stage, then that's the time to be putting in the road work. You slack off on the tail end of your career, not the beginning of your career.
Yeah, that's a good point. He should be really full of gusto, and you know, want to achieve the best he can achieve at the moment. So yeah, I just seen a comment from the Bronze Plumber in the chat there. He says Gorman is the Frank Warren's version of Dave Allen. That's not a bad fight though, eh? I think the next step for Gorman, if he took on someone like Dave Allen, he could work on a few things. He's definitely going to get some rounds out of Allen.
Yeah.
And I think it's the right kind of level for his next fight.
That's interesting. As we know, Gorman, I mean, Allen's fighting, what is it, Christian Hammer next?
Yep.
Yeah, he's fighting Christian Hammer next. Do I think Gorman is the Frank Warren's version of Dave Allen? I think he's better than Dave Allen. I don't know if he could take the beatings that Dave Allen takes. Yeah, well, exactly. So I don't know. Better talent, more talented than Dave Allen. Can he take the beatings? Well, I don't know. I don't think anybody should take those beatings that Dave Allen can take. I don't think it's good for your health. So yeah, my word on. So the question is, Big Boys Boxing, is Gorman England's Andy Ruiz?
I don't think at this stage I'd say no, but he has the potential to become the Andy Ruiz of the UK if he doesn't sort himself out.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, for one, is my take on it. For one, he's not as good as Andy Ruiz. So he's not there yet in the skill level. He's not as good as Andy Ruiz. He's never become world champion like Andy Ruiz. But there is an area of similarity, it appears, and that appears to be a lack of discipline around the dinner table, a lack of discipline around food, and that can stop Gorman from optimizing, from reaching his optimal level. And I'd hate to see that. As a young guy now, he should be full of gusto now. He should be full of vim and vigor now. Not in the future. He's got to be on it now. Okay, it's the pandemic era. Okay, yeah. So everybody, all the boxers we've seen, the heavyweight boxers, they've come in heavier than usual. That is a mitigating factor on his part. Dubois came in heavier than usual. Joe Joyce came in significantly heavier than usual. Okay, I get it. Okay, but going forward, Gorman really has to get a grip of things. He's in his young days now. This is the time to make hay while the sun shines. Okay, so he's not the Andy Ruiz of England's Andy Ruiz because he ain't good enough yet. He ain't reached that level. Okay, so let's have a look at a few comments here before we go on to the next thing. Like I said before, folks, we're not here for a long time. We're here for a good time. And smash that like button, please, if you're enjoying the show. And also hit that subscribe button. And make sure you've activated the bell icon. Okay, so Nathan put down the cookies, cakes, and biscuits. He's got to. Gorman needs to train with David Hay. He needs to train. Why does he need to train with David Hay? Because he'll have him on a certain regimen. Yeah, I certainly don't think Hay will be saying that. It's good for him to be heavy because he's best there. Utter load of utter poppycock. Big Boys Boxing. You think he's better, heavier?
Oh, well, I think he's probably best at about 250. He's 6'3". I can't even remember what he weighed on the weekend. Was he like 250 or something?
Yeah, big boy. 19. What did they say? 19 stone, something like 19 stone.
Yeah, something like that. But I don't understand.
What do you use? What do you use down in New Zealand? Is it pounds or stones that you use?
We use kilos down here, but talking boxing, we usually just talk in pounds. I know it's like 14 pounds per stone or something, isn't it?
I'll do the calculation. Yeah, as you were saying. I can't
remember what I was going to get at.
We were talking about is he better, heavier?
Oh, is he better, heavier? I guess his body is used to being heavy, so to a certain degree, that's what he's used to. But if he gets down to a good weight for him and stays there, I think he'll feel a lot better for it. His stamina will be better. And I don't think the weight he's carrying is the kind of weight that's going to help him increase his power or anything like that. It's not muscle he's carrying. So, I think 250 for a guy who's 6'3" is like a little bit heavier than most people of that height would be, but that's probably about right for Gorman. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It might be right for Gorman. We'll have to see, but he can't be doing this. He can't be pulling these stunts. And in comes, or is it Actual Facts, A. Santos Boxing.
Yes.
Welcome.
Welcome.
Thank you, brother. Thank you for having me once again. Appreciate it.
Good to have you.
Thanks, man. It's good to be here. Yeah, man, I couldn't agree more, man. Gorman, I got to go with David Hay and saying that he needs a lifestyle change, right? Putting down these sugary, whatever he's eating, he needs to stop. He needs to maybe not go on a vegan diet, but get on a food program that he will in turn follow for the rest of his life and change him and maybe his whole family, because maybe we don't know. I don't know this. I'm just assuming that maybe other people in his family are somewhat overweight, clear near obesity. Who knows? Maybe they're just big boned it, but in either case, I just see that from the way his legs look, he looked very sluggish. He looked winded. Down a stretch, and I just feel that if he toned it up a bit, eat natural, get out of the box, get out of the restaurants, just eat clean, get a cook, get your own cook, and get it straight from the farm to table, and eat like that.
Yeah.
Stay away from the chemicals, and I think he'll do a lot better as far as his in-ring performance, as far as what he wants to do in it, because it looked like he wanted to do a lot of things in there. It wasn't firing off for him, right? Like, it just seemed that his weight was inhibiting him from really doing some devastating special things in there. And it's an unfortunate thing when it's one piece of the puzzle that's probably the most important piece of the puzzle that's in life, is being happy and good with self, right?
Yeah.
And feeling good and looking good at the same time, and not eating away stress or I get it. So a lot of us, we like to eat because of stresses and stuff like that. But we need to just hold on, get some discipline, and say, you know what, maybe I should put these dozen donuts down and drink some water, put the soda down, or simple things like that you don't think about. It's as you're getting older, how old is Gorman? 24, 25. As you get older, your metabolism is really starting to slow down. And at first, in the beginning, because Gorman's probably never had a really quick metabolism, right? So he has the speed, but does he have the endurance, which is in part comes from the metabolism and him breaking down certain foods which he needs to stay away from.
Yes. Excellent analysis. Only problem is, hey Santos, is I can hear the feedback coming from your end. I can hear feedback coming from your end, hey Santos.
Yeah.
I think you need some headphones or something like that.
That was a lot. That was winded.
Yeah. So 1 2 1 2. Yeah, I can hear myself on your end, my bro. Yeah, I can hear myself from your side. So it's coming through on the feedback. I think you need to plug some earphones in, my friend.
Oh, can you hear me?
Okay. All right, so where are we? Okay, so fighting words with Saif Bud up in the building. Let me just drop the link. Much appreciation for the super chat. Let me just find that bell. Where's the bell? Where is it? It's over there. Okay, we're gonna do this live.
I'm breaking up. Maybe
Much appreciation. That's the money tip. Okay. So, what's going on here? Okay. So, hey Santos, I think we got some problems with the sound on your end, my friend. You need to just drop in some headphones or something of that description, and then you'll be good. But you need to drop in some headphones. Okay. So what are they saying in the chat? What's going on? To be fair, I like crisp too. Yeah, everybody likes some Cheetos. What's going on here? Where are we? Where are we? Gorman was distracted on fight night. I heard a wicked wolf blew his house down.
I've got to hear my chinny chin chin.
Madness, I tell you. Okay. What's this? What does he say? Rafi takes the money tin to spearmint rhinos. Okay. If anybody wants to contribute to the Spearmint Rhino Fund, then please feel free to do so. Okay, where am I? Did I drop the link in the chat again? Let me do that before I forget. And as we move on, did you see the what's his Liam Williamson fight? Liam
Williams. Nah, I didn't bother watching it because I knew it was going to be a blowout.
Yeah, it was a blowout. It was a blowout as expected. I didn't bother watching it either. I think my zest was sapped by the Gorman fight. Where are we? Yeah, totally sapped by the Gorman fight. So I thought, you know what? I'm going to skip that one. Or is this Don ZB up in the building? Nathan Gorman. Nathan Gorman will never be a champion, just like we told y'all about Dillian White. Let's over on, please. Let's move on. Okay, came in quick with the amendment. Okay, well, he just brought up Dillian White, and that's a lovely segue. That gives us a lovely segue into our next topic. Okay, as far as Liam Williams, yeah, he blew out Andrews. What's the guy's name? Andrews. I got it here somewhere. Andrew Robinson. He blew Andrew Robinson out within a round. And not really much else to say about that other than Liam Williamson is now in position. I think he's the mandatory. He's the mandatory for Andrade, America's Andrade, who's on the zone side. So, yeah, Williams is the mandatory. Boom. So we're going to see how that works out.
Waiting for the order.
Yeah. Just waiting for the order now. Okay. The place is nicely populated. So let me just get into the chat a little bit and see what's going on. Where are we? OMG, hit that like. So, yeah, nice, beautiful segue. Just mentioned, Don Zeeby just mentioned Dillian White. And it's interesting, Don Zeeby, because if your guy, Wilder, had simply fought Dillian White, then we wouldn't be in the pickle that we are now. You know, if you're confident in your boy Wilder beating White, then why the hell didn't they do it? But anyway, that's water under the bridge for the time being. Both of them coming off losses. So now we're in the situation that we're facing, and that situation is that. Let me just find the article. Where is it? Got a nice little article to share with you, but let's just chop it up a little bit. There's talk now that Deontay Wilder Fury Wilder 3 is off. And there is talk that the contract for the rematch has expired. It's lapsed. It's lapsed. Big Boys Boxing, what's your take on this before we go deeper?
So I heard that there was a 6-month time limit on the rematch clause. However, Tyson had agreed to extend it out to December 19th because of the COVID situation. And from what else I've heard, it hasn't expired yet until that date. I see Tyson's trying to get a fight sorted in the UK for the 5th of December. And I think it's deployed to get Deontay and his team and possibly even the promoters to either make that fight or miss out. So I think that Deontay actually does want the fight. I think most of the problem is Bob Arum and Al Heyman don't want to put that fight on in the States without a crowd because they can't make a hell of a lot of money off it. So I think that's the biggest hurdle. But from where I'm sitting, if it doesn't get made by December 19th, for in the States, then that's when the contract has expired and Tyson can do whatever the hell he wants after that.
Interesting. Very, very interesting. It's a shame we ain't got Don ZB up in here. It's a shame we ain't got Don ZB up in here to tell us what we're missing, tell us where we're going wrong. Because Don ZB, it looks like your guy might be running out of time. You know, looks like he might be running out of time. Looks like Deontay Wilder might be running out of time. You think he wants it, big boys? You think Deontay Wilder wants it?
I think he wants to try and redeem himself, yeah, because his pride is smashed to bits, and he's a man of pride. He wants to redeem himself, but with this much money involved, the guys above him need to make their cut, and if they can't make their cut, they're not going to help the situation. They'll make it worse. It's just how I'm looking at it and how I see it.
Yeah, I see. Well, you mentioned it already. You touched the key point. I think the key point is that Deontay Wilder, they desperately want that live crowd, because that's where that was a nice little money earner for them. So certainly on the Wilder side, they definitely want that live crowd. Are you getting the same impression from the Fury side, Big Boys Boxing?
Not so much from Fury, but definitely from Bob Arum, because he's mentioned that December the 19th and earlier dates in December don't work because they're competing with other sports in America. So there was no dates that he could get that fight made for. So in a way, Bob Arum's also to blame as well here.
Why is Bob Arum to blame?
Well, he's not willing to put a show on if there's some other American sports on.
Oh.
Whether it's got a crowd or not.
Well, Bob Arum is working on the Fury side. Yeah. So if Fury wants to fight, hold on a second. So Bob Arum is saying that is Bob Arum not saying the fight can go ahead on December? Is he not saying that?
He was.
Yeah.
He was saying it could go ahead at the 19th of December, but where did I see the article? I saw on another New Zealand channel that I won't mention. He had an article from somewhere stating, Bob Arum didn't want to compete with other sports in America, so December 19th date's out. Now, we mustn't forget that also Bob Arum is a lawyer. He knows very well that the new contract for the time limit expires on the 19th. And if he can't make the fight by the 19th, then he gets out of the contract, doesn't he?
Well, my counter to that is that if Bob Arum is chief promoter for the thing and he fails to put it on for the 19th, then is the onus not on Bob?
Yeah, you'd think so.
Yeah. So if he doesn't fulfill, so then my counter, I've seen the arguments, I've heard the arguments. My counter to those arguments is that if Bob is the primary promoter, because he's the promoter of the winner. So if he's the primary promoter and he fails to put the fight on within the contracted time, then he is in breach of contract.
Hence Shelley Finkel's comments about legal action if it doesn't get done.
And in comes the man like Saif Bud. How do you do, Saif Bud?
What's going on, fellas? How y'all doing?
Real good, man. Real good. It's a Monday. We got Monday out of the way over here in the UK. It's 18 minutes past 10 p.m. So we've got Monday out of the way, and it was decent. It was decent. What's going on over there? What's going on over there in the US?
Early evening. I'm wrapping up my little work day right now, man. But I just want to just put in my 2 cents on the whole Wilder Fury thing.
Come on in with it, bro. Come on in with it. Come with it.
Man, over here stateside, man, I can say it from my point of view. I don't think anybody really wants to fight right now because it's just bad business, man. Both of these guys want big payouts, And I mean, it's not gonna happen, man. It's like stuff is shut down over here, man, and like people don't want to. I don't want to say nobody wants to see the third installment of the trilogy, but I don't think it's no real rush. I mean, we see that Fury wants to go in and hop in and holler at Anthony Joshua, which he can't do immediately, but you know, he wants to do that. He probably wants to go fight a bum before he does that anyway. I even heard he wants to fight. He wants to fight Lucas Brown, which would be an abomination. You know what I'm saying? And Wilder, he probably need to go. He need to go to the drawing board, if anything, man. I mean, because PBC got a whole roster of heavyweights over there that he could just run through, get his name and confidence back up, and you know, get back into it. Yes.
Get his confidence back up, get back. Hey, who does Saif Bud? Who does this delay suit more? Wilder or Fury?
Honestly, it helps out. It helps out Wilder more from a skill point of view, because I mean, Wilder got a whole bunch of different deficiencies that he needs to work on if he's gonna stay in boxing for a little bit longer. And he's not gonna get that real big payout he wants to get, even if he does try to cash out with Fury right now. So I mean, he might as well go ahead and get those little checks up, get your name back up, get your rep back up, and then go back out there and see Fury again if he's still out there. But I think it's really beneficial for everybody if they don't go jump back into the fight, because I mean, the money's not there. You know what I'm saying? The money's not there. The intrigue for the fight is not there. So I mean, put it on ice, man. If it's good product, it's gonna be good later.
Well, how does it benefit you or I or Big Boys Boxing in waiting for that fight rather than having it in December?
Well, I tell you right now, man, if they can't get it to pop off immediately, I mean, my main thing is I want to see unifications across the board. I really don't care who's going to be fighting who, as long as they're fighting for something. You know what I mean? Like, let's get it toward closest to undisputed as possible. If we eliminate, somebody out of the chain link, then so be it. Just one less step to go through to get to the greatest of right now.
So if it doesn't happen in December, you will not be particularly concerned.
I'm not going to lose no sleep at all. I will not lose any sleep, man. There's plenty of good boxing going on, man.
Hey, Saif Bud, you're a Wilder fan and you want more time for your boy. Am I right?
Hey, so be it, man. I do like Wilder. I do like Wilder, man. I like him. I like him as a human being and all, but you can't.
You like his soul.
I like his soul, man. I like his spirit, man. But I'm a boxing fan. He gonna have to. He got to go to the drawing board and check some things out, man, and get his nut back up.
Saif Bud, let's while we're keeping it 100, because I detected what you was doing there. While we're keeping it 100. You know that in reality, we want to get this fight underway so we can get the loser out of the way and move forward. It is better that we have the fight. I'm going to Big Boys Boxing next and then you. It is better that we have the fight sooner rather than later. That will help smooth the way to undisputed Big Boys Boxing.
Man, I can see two sides to that story. I definitely want to see undisputed as soon as possible before any of these guys decide to retire and we miss out on seeing some of these fights. But at the same time, if this Wilder Fury fight has to happen, I'm quite happy for Wilder to have more time to be able to adjust his style, work on a few things, and make it a competitive fight. Because I don't want to see a non-competitive fight where he gets steamrolled again. That's definitely not what I want to see as a boxing fan. I want to see two guys getting it on and both, laying it on each other rather than being a one-sided fight.
Saif Bud.
Yo, man, they trying to sell you refried beans 3 days in a row, man. How many times you refry them beans, man? Sometimes you gotta know when to throw them out, man. I look at it like this, man. It's all right. A lot of the questions that we have about Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder, they a lot of them have been answered already. They already shared the ring, in two fights. So it's no real need for us. We don't really need to figure out what's going on. We see the dynamics of the fight, and unless one of them can bring, or one of them or both of them can bring something new to the table, we didn't already seen the fight. I mean, you gonna sell that to me over in the States for $80 again? I mean, I already know what's up.
Hell no.
Let me get into a few comments in the comment section. Overpriced, overpaid. I hope all this millions disappear from the sport. Damn, Georgie, that's brutal. The fight's too big to have during lockdown, says Frank the French. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and make sure you hit that bell icon to stay updated with news and notifications. Let's face it, Bob could not care less if the trilogy happens or not. Fury is Aram's fighter. Wilder trying to dodge a bullet. Scythe Bud, is Wilder trying to dodge a bullet? And if so, is he smart for doing so?
Man, Ralphie, I'm going to keep it honest with you, man. I won't even go so far to say that Wilder's trying to dodge a bullet. I just think that across the board, they all know that, you know, the fight game is business. And them putting on that fight right now in the lockdown and they trying to rush it and all types, it's not even getting promoted. It's just not good business across the board. I don't think anybody really wants the fight that bad. You know what I mean? Not even from a fighter standpoint of view, but from a business point of view. You can't pay these guys how they really want to be paid. And, you know, honestly, I don't think, all right, I like Wilder, but honestly, I don't think he really cares if he's going to win or not. You know what I mean? Like, I think he just looks at it like, look, I'm gonna go in there, I'm gonna do my thing. You know what I mean? Win, lose, or draw, I'm gonna go in there because that's, you know, he look at it like I got big nuts. I want to go in there and get it on. I don't think that Wilder is scared to go back in there and fight. I don't think winning or losing is really on his mind. The check is really what's important.
Big boys.
It's not about legacy, it's about money.
It's prize fighting, man. That's what it is.
Yep.
It's not about legacy, it's about Mo Night. Okay, so I saw a very interesting. You see, okay, let's give my take on it. Let's give my take on it. I think Wilder just started to come into big money over the last couple of years. Yeah, he really made it into the big time with the Fury Wilder, with the Wilder Fury 2. That's when they really got into that money. Somewhere in the region of like $28 million. Okay, yes, I hear people say Wilder's got an army of managers, an army of this, an army of that, so that cake gets sliced up so many ways. Okay, fair enough. But I think that money is a bigger motivation, arguably, for Wilder than it is for Fury. Fury's got a little bit of a fan base over here in the UK, as you may know, more than a little bit. He's not the draw of Anthony Joshua, nowhere near, but he has been getting paid for many years. For many years, he's been picking up checks, so he's comfortably off. Deontay Wilder just made it into the big time, like a couple of years back, made it into the big time. And I think this check means more to Deontay. I think it means more to Deontay. Okay, so now I think, therefore, it's more important on the Deontay Wilder side with the Shelley Finkel. He's got a manager in Shelley Finkel. He's got Al Heyman to pay. He's got what's the other guy? JD's to pay. Yeah. So I think
I'm not gonna make it all about money, Ralphie, man. I can't put Wilder on there, put him out there like that. I don't think that's really necessarily the case. I just think that it's an undeniable factor in the decision on what's taking so long. And I think it really doesn't have much to do with the fighters. It really just has to do with, you know, putting on the event. But I mean, I think Wilder, man, honestly, I think Wilder will fight Tyson Fury. No problem. I just think the holdup is mostly just the business.
Okay. And of course, the business is Monet. But everybody hold on to your hats, hold on to your seats, because in comes the whirlwind. In comes the man from America by way of, what is it, Nigeria or Zimbabwe? I can't remember. Don ZB. Enter the dragon.
What's up, Rapi? What's up, everybody?
Salute.
Yeah. What's up, Don? What's cracking?
You know me, man. Once I hear a lie, I gotta call in, bro.
Once you hear a lie, you gotta call
Okay.
in.
So you said Wilder just started making big money, right?
Yeah.
I need you to tell me when Fury started making big money.
Wait a
Dan
minute.
ZB, I knew that would pull you in, my friend. I knew that would pull you in. Well, Fury made it with Klitschko, wasn't he? Well, he made a few shillings with Klitschko, didn't he?
How much did he make fighting Klitschko?
I don't know.
So you don't know.
I don't know, but it was a world.
So basically, you don't know if he got peanuts
it was a
or
world
big
championship fight, is what I'm saying. It's a world championship fight over
money.
in Europe. They had how many millions of people? They had how many millions of people watching it? He didn't fight for free. He made some decent money over there, no doubt.
The fight on pay-per-view.
Are you disputing that? He made decent money.
Fight on pay-per-view.
What's your question? Sorry.
Was the fight on pay-per-view?
I think it was pay-per-view in Germany, was it not?
Okay, so it was basically free.
Hold on. No, it was pay-per-view over in the UK, I think. Wasn't it?
In the US, it
was.
In the US, it was
pay-per-view. It was pay-per-view.
Okay. How many pay-per-views did that fight make?
Oh my gosh, I don't know. Why?
Okay, you don't know this, so don't assume Fury was making some big bucks, Rafi. If you gotta assume it with Fury, then you should assume it with Wilder.
Looking at the probabilities, fighting over there, 10 million, X amount of million people.
Rafi, you gave me the same answer you gave when I asked you.
Pay-per-view over in Germany. You got people paying pay-per. Was it pay-per-view in the UK?
It was pay-per-view here in New Zealand, and I did see an article that Fury's purse was $9 million for that fight.
I guarantee you, Fury did not make $9 million for that fight.
He's got to have.
I guarantee you.
But the purse for him was $9 million.
Right.
And I'm telling you, I guarantee you, Fury did not make no $9 million for that fight. I'm even guaranteeing he made $1 million.
You can't guarantee that. You can't make that guarantee. You asked the question was answered.
Okay.
Now you're trying to make a guarantee. You're not in a position to make the guarantee.
How many pay-per-views would you have to sell in Europe to generate $9 million bucks?
Yeah, go ahead, tell me.
I don't live in Europe, so
well, you don't know. You don't know
how much.
You ain't got the answers, Dan.
Big boy boxing. How much did they sell? How much was that pay-per-view?
Dan, listen. Let's say it wasn't 9. Let's say it was 5. Let's cut it in half and say it was 5. That's still a lot of money. So your argument was that Fury didn't make no money for the.
So how come there is no figure anywhere? You cannot find how much Fury made from the Vladimir fight, and we all know the Vladimir fight was not as big as when Vladimir and AJ fought. It was significantly smaller on every level.
Listen, Dan, listen, pure and simple. The man made some money. Stop begrudging Fury. Fury made some money. Fury's been making money.
Rafi, stop.
Money.
Hey,
Don't
man.
the man from making his money.
Rafi, stop acting like Fury is this big star. He's not no star. In fact, he finally became a little bit of a star because of Deontay Wilder. So put some respect in his name. Stop reducing and minimizing every single thing the man do.
You are a funny guy because
you're the funny guy.
Yeah. The argument truthfully is that well, let's put it around the table. Let's go around the table. Big Boys Boxing.
I've just Googled it and I found Tyson Fury's purse against Vladimir Klitschko was £5 million.
Whoa, exactly my ballpark figure that I guessed. That's exactly what I thought. So Dan ZB, well, let's go around the table. Let's go Big Boys Boxing first. Do you think it was Deontay Wilder who put Tyson Fury on the map, bearing in mind that Tyson Fury beat Klitschko how many 5 years ago, before Deontay Wilder was even a champion? Or do you think it was Deontay Wilder or Fury, whichever way? Who do you think made who? Who zoomed who?
Vladimir Klitschko was when Tyson Fury got some global notoriety. He went into his spiral of self-sabotage, and yes, Deontay Wilder helped them get back on track. I'll say that much.
Yeah. Saif Bud. Where's Saif Bud? Where's Saif Bud? You see?
Let me jump in. Okay. So, in reality, they both kind of helped each other.
Let me get that real. Let me get that real quick, man. All right, I'll keep it real with you, man. All right. As far as credible names in the heavyweight division, yeah, I mean Tyson Fury is somewhat credible, on a world in the world scope. But as far as like in America, like nobody cares about Tyson Fury. I'll be honest with you, man. Like unless you're a boxing fan, but boxing isn't that big in America. But as far as that momentum, there's no way that Tyson Fury would even came back out and did anything significant without the scalp of Deontay Wilder, man. I just keeping it real, man. Like his whole market value was down, and even though he's known on you guys' side of the pond, he ain't really loved like that, to my understanding. Nobody really love Tyson Fury like that. So you know what I mean. He actually got a lot of love from American fans just by taking the fight with Deontay Wilder. So I would say it was a mutual beneficial relationship.
Yeah, I think that's more realistic. It was a mutually beneficial relationship. Tyson Fury. Listen, don't get it twisted. Tyson Fury ain't worshipped over here. I mean, he's got his fans, but he ain't worshipped over here. No, absolutely not. And yeah, but it was a mutually beneficial arrangement. Tyson Fury, I think worldwide had a bigger name than Deontay Wilder. I don't know about in America, but Deontay Wilder didn't have no.
Stop there, Rafi. Stop there, Rafi.
Hold on. You're gonna get your turn. Don't worry. Deontay Wilder's pretty obscure guy. That's how he was thought of by the fans. Pretty obscure guy over here. And but Fury, even though he ain't no megastar, or it might be now, but he wasn't no megastar. He did at least have a name. Me personally, I was never really somebody who would say, "Oh, Tyson Fury's on tonight. Have to watch." Tyson Fury was not must-watch TV. So I think that even though, in my mind, Tyson Fury went into the fight the biggest star, and he may have come out of the fights with Deontay Wilder the biggest star, but I have to say that the fact that he didn't lose to Wilder, which many people expected him to lose. The fact that he didn't lose, that caused a buzz, that created a buzz. And then the fact, second time around, the fact that he stopped Wilder, I think that kind of elevated Fury. So I think that it was a mutually beneficial thing. It's a mutually beneficial thing. They both benefited from it. I think Fury has benefited more though, because he stopped Wilder, and Wilder didn't stop him. He stopped the knockout guy. Mr. Pillar Fist stopped the knockout guy. So I think that's what's given Fury a little bit of an edge. Don ZB.
Okay, Rafi. I live in America. I'm from Africa. And I normally go to Africa every year. And I normally pass through the UK, at least spend a day or two. So I think it's fair for me.
What happened to
I
Don?
think I'm better at gauging who was a bigger star. You've just been in the UK. You haven't really gone nowhere since, and most people don't travel. They only go by whatever they hear or see on TV.
What are you saying? Who's in the UK?
Before Wilder Fury 2, hold on, man. Before Wilder Fury 2, hold on, Rafi.
Are you making a presumption? Are you making
hold
a
on. Hold on. I didn't cut you off though. You could let me know later.
Did you make a presumption that people in the
Oh,
UK don't travel? Are you
no,
crazy?
I watch you on YouTube every fucking day, so I know you don't travel.
Listen. That's very, very presumptuous of you. I've traveled to multiple countries.
Well, I'm talking about the last year. You have been on YouTube every week,
Last year I've been
so
you.
I know you didn't go nowhere.
What do you expect me to do? Do you expect me to be down in Australia? What?
Okay, you have
doing a
nothing
damn
to
show.
do in
I'm
Australia, so you didn't go. Fine.
I'm doing
Why
a
you
damn
getting mad?
show.
I'm
What
trying to tell you I'm trying to tell you something else. That's not even the point. The point is, in Nigeria, AJ is the most famous of all three. And the second most famous is Wilder. I'm giving you how the fans look at them. In Africa, AJ is the most famous, and then Wilder. In America, Wilder is the most famous. This was before the Wilder Fury 3, Wilder Fury 2. Wilder was the most famous, and then AJ. In the UK, AJ was the most famous, and then Wilder, because if AJ was God, Wilder was the devil. Fury was just on the sideline. So I don't get where you get that Fury was the bigger star going into the first fight or the second fight. He was never. He might have finally maybe gotten bigger by beating Wilder.
Well, hold on a second. You're trying to tell me that the guy who toppled Klitschko wasn't well known?
That was a very boring fight. People did not like it, and it was easy to watch and easy to forget.
I'm saying to you, are you trying to tell me that the guy who toppled Klitschko was not well known? The guy who toppled one of the most dominant heavyweight boxers in recent times. The guy who toppled him.
Yes, Rafi, that is exactly what I'm telling you. And I watched that fight in Nigeria with my friends, and a year later, they did not know who Fury was. They saw Fury fighting Wilder, and they couldn't even tell that was the guy we had watched a couple years ago dethrone Vladimir, because he was easy to watch and easy to forget. He didn't do nothing. It was a boring fight, and people just forgot about him. That's it. And that fight wasn't that big like you would like to think. Anyways, it's just us boxing fans that watched it.
Okay, hold on. Let me just take care of a crazy in the chat. Okay.
Make a little perspective.
Yes, carry on, big boys. Yeah.
I'm not from America. I'm not from the UK. I've traveled to 7 different countries around the world. So I don't have a horse in any of that race. It's hard for me to comment on what the average casual boxing fan sees as a star because I'm right into boxing. Okay. And so are all of us on this panel. So it's hard for us to argue who's the biggest global star, because what defines the biggest global star in boxing is what the casual fan knows. Right? That's a global star. For me, Tyson Fury gained his notoriety initially from Vladimir Klitschko fight. Yes, it was a boring fight to watch. That's besides the point. He beat the guy who'd held the whole division hostage for a decade.
Yeah.
People know, casuals recognize that, as far as I know. Now, yes, he did fade out of somewhat stardom. He was never a global star, because my definition of a global star, I've already explained. When he fought Deontay Wilder, he gained some notoriety back. And Deontay Wilder also gained some notoriety globally, not just in America, not just in the UK, not just in Africa. But the second time they fought, Fury gained a whole lot more notoriety, and I'd say a lot more notoriety than when he beat Vladimir Klitschko. So for me, that puts a little perspective into it from a neutral point of view.
Saif Bud. Oh, where's Saif Bud? Okay. Saif Bud ain't there. Okay, so it's me. Yeah. Okay, so I have done a lot of traveling, multiple destinations, travel to the Caribbean, travel all over Europe and further afield. So my traveling acumen can never be disputed. Okay, I got the stamps in the passport. Okay, so yes, for the last year, I have been dedicating some time to Raphael Dawkins Combat Radio. But do not be surprised to see Rafi, once we get through this COVID thing, to be doing this live on a beach somewhere. Very, very warm. My travel acumen is impeccable. Okay, now that we've cleared that up. Okay, so I think we've established that, yeah, different points of view, different perspectives. Who was the bigger star to me? No, I haven't been to Nigeria. I don't know what they're saying in Nigeria. And, yeah, so that's fair enough. But to me, the guy who toppled one of the most dominant heavyweight champions in recent times has to be acknowledged. Okay.
Listen, man, we give him his respect, we give him his props, but I'm just telling you what it is. I don't know if it's because he retired for 2 years, but someone that watched him beat Vladimir, when they watched him fight Wilder, they couldn't even recognize that was the guy that beat Vladimir 3 years prior. I swear.
Okay. Yeah. I accept that. Let me just respond to a message. I'll talk to you. Okay, so that's done. Okay, so let's get into this thing now. Where are we? Hold on. Okay. So I don't know what. I can't remember your original point, Don ZB, but I'm sure we've probably gone way off it. What's this here? 2 dusters that are not liked in their own country. OMG, says Shizbiz. You can be safe in the knowledge that Klitschko fights were televised all around the world. We're talking all of Europe, the US, and thanks for confirming parts of Africa. Okay, that reminds me, I just received the link. What is this here? Hold on. Let me share it with you. And then we'll get deeper. Yes. Where is this? Is that the one? Oh, can I see this on the screen? Okay, let me take that down and let's see if we can make some sense of this. Okay, so Tyson Fury, professional boxing career began in the year 2008. Blah, blah, blah. Okay. Tyson Fury net worth 50 million. Well, whatever. Maybe that, may not be that. Tyson Fury net worth increased to 50 million after signing a lucrative deal with the WWE. He made one appearance in WWE and earned 15 million, according to reports. WWE is still in contract with the boxer for more appearances, and he earned 3 million guaranteed purse money from the fight against Wilder in 2018. Tyson Fury's guaranteed purse $3 million. Tyson Fury signing most successful contract with where's the money? Where's the money? Where's the money? Show me the money. He made 3 times more in his next 5 years after signing a new deal with ESPN, value $80 million. In the fight against Wilder, he made $3 million, but some sources claimed he received a split bonus, which increased that up to $7 million. Okay, so the first Wilder fight, that was a low-earning fight. Although, I mean, you're not going to sneeze. You're not going to sneeze at $7 million. Let's have a look at this. Okay, thank you. This is courtesy of Philip Carl Roberts. Okay, so Vladimir Klitschko, purse money $5 million, PPV split bonus 50%, year 2015, $5 million in 2015. Don Zeeby, and then against Derek Chisora, you earned $12 million allegedly. Christian Hammer $5 million, Sefa Safiri $2 million, Chris Ariola $2 million. Deontay Wilder, $3 million, plus some bonuses, maybe take it up to $7 million. Tom Schwartz, $7 million. Otto Wallin, $10 million. Deontay Wilder, the second time, $7 million, and then some PPV money, and then of course the door, the money from the door, the gate revenue. Okay, so there you go. There you go. He's been earning for a long time. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I'm sitting here chatting. I thought I was chatting to people, but I'm chatting by myself. Well, not really. Not really, because you guys, you're out there. What's this say? Don ZB, I'll be back in 15 minutes. OMG. What we got here? Don't insult Dan ZB, please. He comes over here and he brings he certainly find Don entertaining. So where are we here? Let me get into the chat. What's going on in the chat? They're both big draws in the UK. Absolutely more. Yeah. He said he'll be back in 15. Big Boys Boxing said he'll be back in 5. And boom. Yes, we've just gone through a list of Tyson Fury's earnings, Big Boys Boxing, and he's been earning for a long time. The guy is not short of a penny or two.
And those figures are in pounds too, aren't they?
Those figures are in pounds. Oh, sorry. No, they're in dollars. No, they're both. There's pounds, 5 million pounds, and $12 million. They mix them up. Yeah. It's mixed. Don ZB left. He says he'll be back. He said he'll be back. Say again.
He's gone to get some information.
OMG. Okay, but Don ZB came. He brings a little bit of crazy. Don ZB brings the crazy, and I'm pretty sure he derailed us from whatever we were talking about. But I'm gonna get us back on track. I appreciate Don coming on because Don brings his own thing. Told me that I never damn well traveled. Anyway.
Gotta give him credit for backing his man, don't you?
You got to give the guy credit. I'll give him credit. He consistently backs his man. Don ZB, I hope you're not hopping on a plane right now because we still got more to talk about. Okay, so where is the article that I want to bring up? Because I think it kind of echoes my sentiments. Smash that like button, hit that subscribe button, and hit that bell icon. And like I told you before, we're not here for a long time. We're here for a good time, although it's like an hour 19, so that's pretty long. But anyway, so that's just my hint that I ain't intending to be here all night. So let's stop sharing that and start sharing this. No, not that. Boom, that. Okay, and this article kind of amused me because it echoed my sentiments. Somebody wrote something in the chat which I found highly amusing, if slightly naughty. Okay, so I've done that. Okay, so let's have a look at this article. It resonates with me. It resonates with me. Deontay Wilder is running from a 20. Obviously, this is someone's point of view, but it's interesting. Deontay Wilder is running from a 20 million payday against Tyson Fury, so he can beat him in years to come. Okay, I like that title. I haven't read the whole thing, but I like the title. Okay, so the Bronze Bomber was supposed to be fighting Tyson Fury again in December, but now appears to be plotting a different path back to the world title. Okay, so Deontay Wilder essentially tore up a $20 million check when he failed to agree a date for the trilogy fight against Tyson Fury. And it's a big price to pay. Unsurprisingly, Fury has framed it as the big dosser running away from another beating after receiving an unmitigated pasting back in February. Okay, so Wilder and his team were messing around with the date, says Fury. They don't really want to fight the lineal heavyweight champion. They know how it ends. The world knows how it will end, with Wilder on his ass again. Okay, so there are plenty of people out there who would happily take 20 million to get beaten, and boxers have done a lot more for a lot less. The rematch was initially set for July, but Wilder revealed a bicep injury that would render summer impossible. And then the traditional December slot seemed like an obvious replacement initially. 19th of December was agreed, but when they tried moving off 19th of December and pushing it to next year, enough was enough. Those are Tyson Fury's words. So they're the ones who moved it off 19th of December. Okay, Fury is clearly desperate to stay active. The longer he is without a date and an opponent, the more of an opportunity it is for his mind to wander and his focus to fade. My concern is Tyson's welfare and well-being, delivering what he wants, so he will fight this year, said Warren, repeating Tyson Fury's own claim. The contractual period has now expired, although Wilder's manager, Shelley Finkel, conversely insists that the bout will still happen this year, but there would be a method in the madness if the American walked away. Okay, so conflicting reports. Some people are saying they've declined, they've walked away, and conflicting reports from Shelley Finkel, conflicting reports from Team Wilder. But I want to get to the pertinent points because, like I said, I ain't here for a long time. We're here for a good time. Okay, where's the end? Oh, let me get the last paragraph. Can't miss this one out. Wilder split from his long-term trainer, Mark Breland, supposedly because the coach threw in the towel. Supposedly. Okay, so the reinvention of fighters is nothing new. Those on the comeback trail almost always stand in a gym and tell the assembled media to expect a new and improved version of themselves. Unfortunately, it often proves not to be the case. If Wilder does that next month, few will believe him. And if he is wrong and he gets pushed around by Fury again, he will probably never bag another major fight again. Food for thought. Instead, Wilder will need to adopt a restrained approach, earning his way back to a lucrative Fury fight that may be 2 or even 3 years down the line. I don't agree with that. That's crazy. Wilder's like 35, 36 now. So he ain't got 3 years down the line. There's no 3 years down the line for Wilder. If he's able to put his ego aside and learn his craft, the trilogy fight could be a classic. The fact that he has turned down the chance to earn the money now suggests he is willing to do so. Okay, so the thrust of the argument, the thrust of the article is, it suggests that Deontay Wilder is going to just slyly slip away from Fury, then kind of muddy the waters, saying, oh, we were ready to take the fight. But they kept on messing around. We told them we were good for the date. And they said, no, you missed out now. But you know what? It's okay. You know, they're always trying to do me wrong, but I'm going to fight my way back up, and I'm going to get back there. And we'll see who the real lineal champion is. So the article is suggesting that that is exactly what Deontay Wilder is trying to do. He's trying to slip out of it, slip away from the trilogy fight, build himself back up. Because if he takes the trilogy fight and loses, then his stock will be severely damaged. So it looks like potentially what they're suggesting is that this is a damage limitation exercise for Deontay Wilder. He's trying to slip away from the fight without making it look like he's slipping away from the fight. So rather than say that that he's lost out by not getting the trilogy fight, the article is suggesting that he actually wins by not getting the trilogy fight. So Big Boys Boxing, the school of thought is that Wilder is trying to wheedle his way out of the trilogy fight. Not that he's lost anything, but not fighting beyond Tyson Fury is right now is his objective.
Well, like we were talking about earlier, I can understand if that is the case, that he does at least want a lot more time to be able to adjust his lacking skill set. But from both sides at the moment, I'm not buying that either is trying to avoid the fight completely.
Right.
You know, I'm buying that one side is trying to make the other side fight me now or miss out, being Tyson Fury's team, because they know Deontay Wilder, without having enough time to adjust his style, he's going to get beaten in a similar fashion again. But at the same time, you know, I can see what you're talking about, Wilder trying to get out of the fight for now, to be able to give himself more time. But I've also dropped another article in the private chat there for you about Bob Arum. And
yeah, I can't seem to open it. Could you drop it in the normal chat?
Yep, no problem.
Yeah, please. So that's another angle. It's another slant. It's another angle. It's another slant. What's going on here? Hold on. I wonder if Dunn needs the link. He's probably still at work. He's skiving off work to jump on. Let me go into the chat, see what people are saying. Remember, folks, we're here for a good time, not a long time. We're here for a good time, not a long time. Okay, so let me scroll down, see what's going on. Rafi is the lineal traveling radio host champion. Yes. Okay. What else we got here? Trying to get to the pertinent points. There is a list on that, Raphael. Yeah, thanks for the dropping the link, Philip, Carl, Roberts. Fury is the most charismatic of them all. Fury is the most charismatic of them all. I don't know. He's you could call him charismatic, or you could call him a big lying dosser. You know what I'm saying? Who happens to be a very good boxer. There's a lot of things you could call him. Charismatic. I don't find him charismatic. He's interesting. He's amusing. He's a bullshitter. He's a great boxer. Yeah. Charismatic is not one of his attributes in my view, but it's an individual thing. Danny Williams fought all over the world. That doesn't mean he's more popular than AJ. That's very true. And he beat Mike Tyson. Yes. We're talking about Danny Williams. Let me close this thing off here. Not this one, that one. No, leave it. There we go. Okay. Who else? What else is going on? Does not surprise me with Chip Zora. Why is it that most boxers end up poor with no money, even though they made millions during their career? That's a great question for Rick. But even the onlooker can see that there's a lot of corruption in boxing. There's a lot of corruption with the money, and also on top of that, the money that they don't get robbed of, they somehow it gets misspent, doesn't it? Big boys boxing.
Shall I say it? Hose and blow. That's where it goes.
There we go. That's where it goes. That's if you get paid enough to acquire those things.
Yeah.
So yeah, big boys boxing. Carry on. The angle that you see this whole thing. What angle are you looking at this whole thing from?
Yeah, well, I think a lot of it is promotional. A lot of stuff that is being said is trying to push one team to do the other, to make the other team do something. And I believe the fight will happen one day, even if it doesn't happen by the end of the year, unless one of them retires, which is also a possibility. I mean, if Tyson Fury ends up fighting Anthony Joshua, wins or loses, they have 3 matches. I think Tyson will possibly retire after that anyway. Deontay Wilder, if he goes another route, tries to earn his way back to a title shot, and gets that shot. If he doesn't pull it off, he'll retire. If he gets beaten along the way, I think he'll probably retire as well. He's getting to that age. So, it's just one of these things in boxing, and COVID-19 has made a hell of an impact on boxing, and particularly the big fights. I'm just glad that we're getting one this weekend at least.
Yeah, of course. Yes. Which one is it? The Loma fight? Is it this weekend? Lomachenko?
Yeah.
Lomachenko. That's going to be a 5 a.m. job. Rafi will be tucked up in his bed where he should be. I ain't doing no 5 a.m., no 4 a.m. anymore. Last one wiped me out. I'll catch it in the morning. Where are we? Oh, I have seen that article you posted. Much thanks. Thank you, Philip Carl Roberts, for posting the article, which you did. We're going to take a quick look at that before we close out, and we're closing out in a couple of minutes. Where are we? Dunzeeb, my guess is Dunzeeb is an airplane pilot. Could be. He's on his way to Honolulu as we speak. Okay, so that is the concept. Which I actually subscribe to. I actually think Deontay Wilder doesn't want this fight. He doesn't want the trilogy right now. I actually think they're playing around, they're messing around the same way that Duck Dillian White is the same way they're trying to slip away from this fight. That's just my opinion. I think he's trying to slip away for now. Acquire some skills and then come back later. Big boys boxing.
You could be right there, mate.
It's possible.
Everyone has an opinion at this point, and until something actually happens, we just don't really know. So
we don't know
what you believe, and
yeah.
Did you that article that I dropped as well? There, it's just above your last StreamYard one.
Yeah, I'm just going to get into that article now. First of all, I just got to acknowledge Martha Stubbs. She says, "What is my accent? My accent is the accent of love, my dear." I'm assuming, And I'm assuming that you're a female.
You hope.
I hope. Where are we? Martha says, I think Fury Wilder happens eventually, but not for another year or two. Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. I think that Wilder, and this is only, I've just come to this conclusion recently, but I think that Wilder is trying to slip out of this fight. Wilder don't want the fight. People have been looking at it ass backwards. They're thinking, oh no, Wilder's messed up and he might lose out on the fight. No, I say Wilder don't want it right now. He don't want it. He has shown no urgency. He has shown no sense of urgency to get in the ring with Fury again. Not just yet. I think he knows. I think they're not dumb. They know what everybody else knows. They know that the most likely outcome is that he takes another ass whooping again. They know it. Everybody knows it. That's the most likely outcome. It's not what absolutely will happen or what has to happen, because there is a possibility, if not probability. There's a possibility that Deontay Wilder could take Tyson Fury out. That is possible. But is it probable? I say it is not probable, and on that basis, we got old timers in his camp, in Wilder's camp, like Shelly Finkel. You got old heads like Al Heyman, businessman more than a boxing man. But Al Heyman is deep in business, deep in the entertainment business. He hired Suge Knight as a bodyguard way back in the day. He was in the club business. He was in the entertainment business. He was in the record industry business. So he knows business. Does he know boxing? Well, some boxing heads may say no, but he knows business. Shelly Finkel, he knows boxing. So he's got a big business head and he's got a big boxing head on his team. And I think that they can see the probability, what is most probable. And it is my speculation. It is my conjecture on my part, that Deontay Wilder is playing a very crafty game. He's playing the three-card shuffle. He's making you think that he's gonna be a victim. Oh, I just missed out. Oh, they shuffled the cards on me. No. I say Team Wilder are playing a very, very intelligent, slick, crafty game. They're trying to roll out the clock. What do they call it? Wait out the clock or wind down the clock, whatever it is. Whatever it is. When in football, in soccer, you call it soccer, we call it football. When a defender has the ball in his own half and he just the whistle's about to blow and he's just trying to keep possession and he's against the line in the corner, and the defender or the attacker just kicks him, fouls him. So then he rolls around for a bit and then gets the ball, then wipes it off, dries it, slips out of his hands, all just trying to wind down the clock. He's trying to wind down the clock, let the damn thing expire, and then say, see how they did me wrong. But no, it is by design. People, ladies and gentlemen, you are being hoodwinked. Deontay Wilder, he wants the clock to run out so he can come back and fight another day. Try to get what he thought he was going to get the first time around, an impaired Tyson Fury. Okay, and this is an article by Bob Arum. Where are we? Let me just flash this up for you real smooth like. This is from when? This is from the 30th of September. No longer Arum. Wilder 3 no longer scheduled for the 12th or 19th of December. Could occur earlier. could occur earlier. That sounded some cockamamie shiznicks to me. Yeah, took it off. They took it off the dates. What did I say? The date for Wilder Fury has changed for the third time, largely due to the loaded college football schedule. The night of December the 19th, numerous conference championship games will be played December the 19th, later than usual because the FBS program schedules were delayed due to the COVID-19 pandemic. ESPN and Fox, who will co-distribute Fury Wilder 3 on pay-per-view, will air various college football on that night. Bob Arum says we're moving off December the 19th because there are 5 conference championship games that day and night, plus the NFL. So we can't go with the 19th. We're looking at other dates right now because ESPN advised us and Fox advised PBC, Heyman's company. We're looking at the schedule, PBC, Fox, ESPN, and us to pick a date. What does he say? It's definitely the Allegiant Stadium, Aram said. The Raiders are on board. The city is on board. The Las Vegas Convention and Visitors Authority is on board. Everybody is on board. So that's Bob Arum saying they're moving off. They're moving off the 19th. But the reality is, in my mind, that Deontay Wilder don't want it this year. He don't want it next year. Maybe the year after. Yeah, so that is my conclusion. Big Boys Boxing, come in and have your final say on this thing as we close this baby down.
Yeah, I think, they set that date and Aram's come up with the excuse to try and push it back a little bit further, possibly to like December 5th where Tyson wants to fight, hoping that Deontay's going to turn it down and he's going to try say, well, if you turned it down, then that makes the contract null and void.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I don't know. When we get closer to the date, I guess we're going to find out because we're not really getting the truth from either side, I don't think. I think we're just getting a media front from what's really going on.
Yeah, it's hard to decipher what's really going on. It's hard to know what's really going on. But I suspect some clever little card playing. I suspect some card playing. I don't think Deontay Wilder wants it. I really don't. He don't want it. I could be proved wrong, but what I'm saying right here today, mark my words, Deontay Wilder ain't eager to get in there. And let's look at it this way. Arguably, it's more sensible that he takes the biggest money fights. He slips out of this one and pretends that, he got shafted. Slips out of this one, pretends he gets shafted and takes the big money fights that he can get. And obviously, we know how they plan things. It won't be competitive. It's guys he's supposed to win. And then come back like the prodigal son. Come back like the man who was wronged. Come back and get a crack. Maybe he don't want Wilder this time. Maybe he thinks he's better off with Joshua. Maybe the whole game plan is to wait, slip away, let Fury and Joshua fight. Maybe that's what he wants. Maybe he thinks he's got a better chance with Joshua, so he wants to slip out of the Fury fight.
Possibly, yeah.
Hey, it's a possibility. It's a possibility. Just another one, a possibility. Okay, Big Boys Boxing. Good to have you. Big Boys Boxing's got his own channel. Go check him out. Nice of you to jump on. Big Boys Boxing. Much appreciated. You got any final words?
My pleasure, Rafi. Always is. Big shout out to everybody in the chat. And I'll catch you all next time. Take it easy and be safe.
Much appreciation. Much appreciation. And that was the Big Boys Boxing. So there you have it. I'd like to extend my thanks to everyone who took the time out. To come visit me, Raphael Dawkins, right here at the Combat Radio. I think the first person who jumped on was Big Boys Boxing. Big Boys Boxing jumped on, and then Saif Bud, Fighting Words with Saif Bud. And then I think it was A. Santos. A. Santos, thanks for jumping on. But you had some background noise there, was making the thing kind of, yeah. But thanks for jumping on nonetheless. And then, of course, came in the pilot, Air Nigeria, Don ZB, telling the Raf he ain't got no stamps in his airport, in his passport, saying the Raf he ain't got no stamps in the passport. See, I've been on the Combat Radio grind for the last 12 months, last 18 months. Yeah, for the last 18 months, but I got the stamps in my passport. Don't you worry about that. What's the word, people over the pond? Hey, the word is that your boy Deontay Wilder's trying to wind down the clock. He's trying to wind down the clock and slip, make it look like he's been wronged by Top Rank. He's trying to wind down the clock and pretend that he wants it when he don't want it. I've unraveled the mystery. Deontay Wilder don't want it. He don't want the fight right now. He wants to take some lesser fights to build himself up. Hey, and you can't blame the guy, because we know what's going to happen if they go straight back in there. It's just going to be more of the same. It's going to be another shellacking. So I say Deontay Wilder is wise to be running down the clock. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's running down the clock. Maybe the other bicep's going to pop the next time. And he's smart. He's wise. Go take some lesser fights. Go make some money and keep yourself in the frame. That's a smart thing to do. Deontay Wilder is doing the smart thing. Don ZB's on a flight right now going over to Don ZB's on a flight to Maui. He's flying out to Maui. Okay, so where are we? I think we've had a good one. Let me tidy up this damn thing. I got too many windows open as per usual. Where are we? What did I do? We talked about Nathan Gorman. We talked about Liam Williams. Now mandatory opponent to Andrade. Okay. And what else did we talk about? What's in the what? Oh yeah. Okay. So, and that's it, of course. Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury, the saga. And I think I've unraveled it. Only time will tell. Yeah, he is as well. Only time will tell. Okay. So I hope everybody's had a good time. Where are we? Wilder's broken. Go quick tune up. What's wrong with that? Oh, here we go. Oh, here we go. A quick tune up. What's right? Hey, a quick tune up. Take the tune up. Take the damn tune up. But stop nosing off our ears, talking about it's going to happen when it ain't going to happen. Just fight or don't fight. Fight or don't fight. Great show, Raphael. Absolutement. I totally enjoyed it. Began up in the building. James Jameson up in the building. Fighting Words with Scythe Bud up in the building. The Bronze Plumber. The Big Boys Boxing. It's the Martha Stubbs. It's the Philip Carl Roberts. It's the Gucci Kid. And many, 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 many more. Okay, so can't forget the Heinrich Schmitz. The Heinrich Schmitz allegedly from Germany, but he won't send in a €1 super chat so we can establish that. So there is suspicion. And how could I forget Frank the French? And I'm sure that we had, who else? I'm sure that we had, Wizard Sleeves. Shiz a Biz. And, I'm sure that we had, Mr. Jones. And I'm sure that we had DJ Georgie Porgy up in the building. And how could I forget Don ZB? Okay, folks, we've had a good one. It was a good one and a longish one as well. But time went by real fast. Loma is on this weekend. Where are we? Fair to middling show. Only joking. Great show. 100%. 100%. Nathan Gorman, bunch of. Okay. So, what is this? God is good. Jesus is his name. Okay. And with that, I think we're going to call it a day, call it a night over here in the UK. It's 26 minutes past the hours of 11 p.m. And we got to get our beauty sleep over here in the UK. Wherever you are, enjoy your day. Don't go without smashing that like button. Don't forget to press the share button. And don't forget to tell a friend, to tell a friend, to tell a friend. Of course, on Wednesday, or rather Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 9 p.m. UK time or thereabouts. It's the place to be. It's the Raphael Dawkins. It's the Combat Radio. It's the like. It's the subscribe. It's the comment. It's the share. And it is the hitting the bell icon to stay updated with news and notifications. And that's it. It's the Raphael Dawkins. It's the Combat Radio. And I'm out.